Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to Earth for the thrill of your life.
It is a huge thrill. It's pretty exciting right now.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. I guess it's all about perspective. And do want to invite everybody, make sure you are subscribed or subscribe for the first time to both Evolutionary Energy Arts, which is the original channel. And, you know, they say it has somewhere close to 25 million views. And EEARTS, which was the backup channel. Now we kind of split them as we go a little bit more into the spiritual side on EEARTS. And Evolutionary, we keep up with all the chaos that's happening out there and try to get everybody prepared.
Yeah, we do our best, guys.
So we also want to encourage you to check out evolutionaryenergyarts.com, learn more about us and some of the other things that we do. So let's preface this, and this is going to be a message from the Galactic Federation. And many people do believe in reincarnation, some don't. But as far as Cindy and I go, we don't think there's any debate on it, really, because this is just what we've uncovered. So, we're more than convinced. And yet, consciousness itself is fascinating and very, very hard to understand in its entirety. And we don't know in its entirety. We'll come straight out and say that. We're always uncovering new things every day that blows our minds as to what reality is and just how limitless the possibilities are.
Well, there's so many different levels and there's so many different perspectives. To stand there and take a stand and say, this is how it is, it's kind of setting yourself up a little bit, I think.
Well, we are having this temporary 3D ride on planet Earth at this moment in time. But we are eternal beings, and energy can't be created or destroyed, and our consciousness will not be destroyed. And in reality, Source is within us, the God with the big G. So many of us are here having the ride of our life, and the Galactic Fed is going to talk to you about Earth and what's happening on Earth, and give us a little perspective as to how Earth is really like one of those insane roller coaster rides.
It's pretty insane, but it has its benefits to it. It can bring about a lot of healing when we come down here and feel our emotions and live this life.
And a lot of growth. If we never push ourselves, do we grow?
Right.
It takes pushing yourself. It takes going to an all new level. And being here at this time, in which there are so many different alien species that are watching this planet right now, with bated breath in many cases, how are they going to do? What are they going to do? How many of them are going to go this way? How many are going to go that way? And when are they going to get to that place where we could finally come down and say, hey guys, we've been here all along watching you. You did good.
And that's something that I can feel in my soul because I know it's going to happen. It's just so exciting. I think we're all going to be able to see that in our lifetime.
Yes, absolutely. Well, again, some lifetimes might end in an hour, and other ones might go on for decades. And some might be just transformed in the blinking of an eye, so to speak. So we're going to give you this message from the Galactic Federation. It was interesting, too, because it came through as not just our contact at the Galactic Federation, Laurel, who we've worked with in past lives, or Kira, who is another one that we've had contact with. And then I've had contact with one other one before we officially had, as a couple, contact with Laurel. But this was a collective, and so we're going to share this because they want to address us. And you guys out there, you starseed light workers that are holding strong in these times and going through the roller coaster ride of life here on Earth at this period in time.
It's not easy, guys.
And so again, this is going to be Cindy, who starts out in a semi-trance state but ends up going full trance. as it does happen.
They wish to speak as more of a collective. This is not just Laurel at the Galactic Federation, but many of us wish to step forward. We want to say thank you to those who are part of this network of beings who volunteered to come to this planet and help change the system, help move the system into a more symbiotic understanding, more of a natural place to be here on planet Earth. Many of you came with this understanding that it would be difficult to move through the agenda that is currently in place. We see many of you have an understanding that your system is not a system of love and peace, and many of you would like to change your current system, and this is why you are here. Many of you are also alone in the understanding that we need to change the way this world works at this time. We understand that you feel you are alone in this mission, but this is why we are stepping forward, all of us at once, to tell you that you are not alone. We do want to thank those who are coming to change this planet into a more benevolent experience for others. Your actions are very appreciated. Your heroic nature is honored. We also come forward at this time to thank you for your efforts to assist you in any way that we are allowed. Your belief system is not understood by many, but those that are close to you are watching you carefully. Please understand that your actions and your behavior are being watched by your family members, those that love you. If they see you in a place of love and peace and happiness, they will want what you have. They will be willing to do what you do and believe what you believe. This is the way to move forward, is through your actions of virtue, love, kindness, and patience. Do not be aggravated. This is a lengthy process in which you have volunteered to come and assist in changing. Have patience. Work through your traumas slowly. Once your traumas are healed, you will have a much larger effect on your surroundings. Mostly, we simply wish to make ourselves known and say thank you for coming here, putting yourself in a position that is very vulnerable, and creating change in the most beautiful way possible. rebuilding this planet to its original state in its crystalline form. We thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your support and for sharing. I have a question I think many people might be thinking of, perhaps. Are there any 3D planets with civilizations on them in our Milky Way galaxy that are not affected by the same dark controllers that affect Earth?
There are other 3D planets who have achieved what you are trying to accomplish. This has been done. We have seen it done. Many beings coming together for a common purpose. We have seen this happen again and again, and we also look at where you are standing here in your emotional support. We are seeing that you are able to do the very same thing and take your planet back by becoming one with one another, by healing your soul, healing your traumas. We simply wish for you to understand it is not a fast process. It does take much time to complete this endeavor and claim your sovereignty.
When we achieve this, will other beings from other worlds that perhaps we can't currently see, or perhaps even from within our own Earth or under our seas, will they come out and openly exchange with us their ideas and just welcome us to the neighborhood, so to speak?
There will be forms and modalities of beings who come and show themselves to you when this planet is at peace, when there is no longer war, when everyone has come together and created this safe space. There will be beings who come here in different forms that you may not understand, but you will be able to know that they are here. You will be able to see with your two eyes in many cases. In most cases, however, you will have the perception of seeing them on different dimensions. You will also have the clear perception when they are speaking with you from other dimensions, giving you guidance, sending you love and support from above.
Thank you. Is there anything else you want to share at this moment?
Not at this time. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
So we wanted to share that message from the Galactics with you guys, and a little encouragement.
A little encouragement, yeah. I mean, that can go a long ways, but especially when things are, it's like we're trying to roll through mud, and it's like the stickiest, slowest mud you can find, and you're just waiting for everything to change, hoping everything is going to change. And we're just still stuck. We're stuck in this limbo. So it's good to have some acknowledgement, some encouragement. It feels nice, and to have some clarity that we are on the right path. So if you are listening and you do hear the message, this is definitely for you. You are on the right path. You're doing the right thing, and you're connecting with beings that you might not be aware of them, but they're certainly aware of you, and they're grateful.
And these things take time, as they were saying. I'm remembering back to the 80s and the harmonic convergence, and, even go back farther. Somebody had made the statement that, isn't it fascinating how all the flower children, the hippies, those saying, basically drop out of the system, make love, not war, protesting against Vietnam, those are the ones that are now of retirement age. And, here they're watching all this unfold. And in many ways, they were paving the groundwork for everything to come. And I remember in the 80s, it was more common for people to look at topics like tarot and talking about chakras and kundalini and energy bodies and stuff and think, oh man, you're way out there. But again, the matrix is breaking down. People are starting to realize that the esoteric wisdom's always been there, the hidden knowledge, and then, of course, other non-dominant traditions. The world's been dominated by the Western mindset, the Western way. That's the way in which this matrix, this dark matrix, has dominated the planet through conquest, aggression, assimilation, and basically turning it into a carbon copy. It's all about assimilation into the Borg. That's really what it's all about. As we've come to discover, it's on many different levels as well. Many different levels, whether we're talking the system, whether we're talking spiritually, whether we're talking the religious traditions that we've been handed. When you look to the mainstream, when you look at that which dominates the globe, you're looking at the quote-unquote satanic system, which is falling apart. It is. It's getting to be very, very see-through. You could see so many holes in all the different mechanisms of this matrix machinery. It's getting to be so obvious, and all that which was looked at in the West as crazy and woo-woo is starting to actually be put out there and assimilated by the masses, and this is changing the consciousness. Again, we are eternal beings by nature. That whole concept of original sin is one that just is all about putting you into a state of guilt where you got to go looking for somebody to help you. And you got to put your trust somewhere. So where's the dominating places out there? Where's the power structure? That's your satanic structure. And so, again, wolves in sheep's clothing are being revealed for what they are. The politicians, we could see through them now. More and more people could see straight through. And you guys, so many of you out there are starseed light workers that don't even really have to be here. You just said, I'll volunteer for that mission. I'm going to do it. And you're some of the crazy ones that jumped onto this ride and said, we're going to go in there, we're going to infiltrate, and we're going to help to dissolve the system from the inside.
And it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes it gets really, really frustrating. It can put you in a place where it's like, gosh, why should I bother anymore? Why should I keep trying? Where is this getting me? But I feel it's not so much about where it's getting us as us being able to be here during a time that is so incredibly amazing. It's like everybody who likes the really fun rides, they're all here right now. We're all here right now watching all of this unfold. So it's very exciting. It's a huge blessing, and I'm just really glad that we get to be a part of it with you guys, and we get to all celebrate together. I mean, you really can't get much better than that. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, and I want to thank all of you guys that have had the courage to say when you're feeling bullied by somebody, whether it's geopolitically or from a particular religious mindset, or just about conformity, having the guts to just say, no, I don't comply. I don't believe that. You're never going to convince me of it. And being true to yourself. It's so important. And we all need to stand up and voice that again and again and again until the system is just a relic of the past.
Mm-hmm. Right. So every time you stand up for yourself, you can bet that there's a whole bunch of other people are like, wow, thank God they're saying something, and they're going to join you. But it's really hard to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. But that's what we came here for. We came here for the good stuff.
Absolutely. So as always, guys, thank you so much for your support on Patreon and Ko-Fi. We couldn't do it without you. Check out Medicinal Foods. There's a link on every video up at the top, and use coupon code EEA, give you a discount. And it also does support the channel. Lots of good stuff to boost your immune system, to help you with detox, or just to basically have a healthy snack.
They're so good.
Yes, I really do love chocolate-covered nuts.
They're awesome.
God bless and namaste.
Namaste.